Who comes along with the sun? By the time I complete this question, our minds would have already recollected sun being a ball of fire in the center of the solar system and no one can even get near the sun, and so the question itself seems irrational. However, these question and answers, which is the conversation between Yudhishthira and Yaksha, commonly referred to as Yaksha Prashnam in Mahabharata, has deep Vedic meanings hidden in them which the rishis and acharyas have systematically decoded and presented to us. Their explanations, being profound and deep, demands great amount of concentration to have a good understanding of the concepts. For this question, who comes along with the sun? The answer in Mahabharata is that Devas come along with the sun. Here, the sun means the Jivatma or the spirit, and the Devas are associated with the body and the five senses. Okay, but why should we correlate so? The script of Mahabharata is in Sanskrit and the sun is stated as Aditya. Adatte iti Adityaha. Adatte in Sanskrit means to take or accept or absorb. This Atma or the spirit or the soul has the tendency of taking a body and absorbing everything around it through its senses, and that is why it is correlated with Aditya. The fundamental concept of Hindu Dharma is that the association of Atma with the body is called as birth and the dissociation of Atma from the body is called as death. So, when we think something of ourselves, we should ponder if we are thinking about our spirit or our body, because both are entirely different. Let us understand in a more simplified manner. When someone asks me, "Who are you?" I reply, "I am Mr. Yaks." Here the I portion in it denotes the spirit and the name Yaks denotes the body. Which means the right explanation for the question, "Who are you?" is that myself Atma or the spirit, which does not have any name, has taken a body or shariram based on its past karma, which in this birth is called as Mr. Yaks. Well, that's how we have to introduce spiritually. The vital comprehension is that you are not the body but the spirit. All the Hindu epics, Puranas, Vedas and Upanishads keep on stressing this point unanimously. Atma or the spirit has knowledge and it is immortal and never dies. But body is mortal and dies. See, this is a real-time caption from newspaper. Read this line. Her mortal remains to be kept in Rajaji Hall at Chennai today for public homage. So, whenever you claim mortal remains, it means that something immortal was present in the body and now it is no longer there. And that immortal one which escaped from the body is the Atma. It keeps associating itself with the body based on its karma till the Atma attains moksha or the salvation. Coming to the other part of the answer. Why should Devas be associated with the bodies and the senses? Our body is actually made up of 5 principal elements or the Panchabhuta: earth, water, fire, air and space. That is why the body is often referred to as Bhuta Udal. Only because it is a mixture of these elements, the body has a shortened lifespan. Any mixture will have reduced lifespan. Let us observe this phenomena with a simple example. Assume we make noodles in our house. We open the noodles packet, we take the preheated refined wheat flour, add water, add vegetables, add salt, add masala and we heat it, and then comes the deliciously cooked noodles. So what is the lifespan of the noodles? Maybe 1 day? But consider the individual components. The base refined noodles would have lasted say for 6 months. Salt maybe 5 years or even more. Water indefinite. And other ingredients say 6 months. But when mixed up as noodles, it cannot even withstand 1 day. Similar is the case with our body. When these 5 elements are present independently, they have an independent lifespan. But when they get mixed, as explained in Bhagavatam, the lifespan reduces drastically and eventually leads to death. Upon death, when the body is burnt or buried, we cannot even find the trace of the body as it splits itself and goes back earnestly to earth, water, fire, air and space. These 5 principal elements are controlled by principal devas, the Dvai Deva, Vayu Deva, Agni Deva, Varuna Deva and Bhumi Devi. And these principal elements are attractively allied with the 5 senses in our body. With these 5 senses we can hear, feel, see, taste and smell, and this association increases one by one as we move up from one element to other. For instance, when we consider space, we can only hear from space. The space in the universe has pulsating electromagnetic vibrations and NASA has even recorded the sound from it. However, we can't feel, see or taste or smell space. What about air? We can hear the movement of air, storming winds. We can feel it, the chill breeze, but we can neither see it nor taste it. And smell? We can smell through it, but as it does not have any smell. Fire. The sound varies based on the substance it burns. We can feel it. We can see it, but we can't taste or smell. Water. We can hear the gushing sound of the waterfalls. We can feel it, see it, taste it, but it does not have any smell. And earth, of course, we can hear quakes based on its intensity. We can feel the soil, of course. We can see it. And taste? Yes, the water at different soil regions tastes differently. And of course, it has a smell. We can always feel it after a drizzle. In fact, each of these senses are associated with the finger as well. Space with the middle finger, air with index finger, fire with thumb, water with little finger, and earth with ring finger. Yoga mudras deal with exciting these fingers to control the balance between the five elements in the body for effective functioning of our physiology. So, that is how these senses are associated with the Panchabhuta or the body itself, which in turn are controlled by the Devas. So, these Devas controlling the Panchabhuta and senses get associated with the Atma or the Aditya based on the Atma's past karma, and this concept is what is explained through the second question of Yaksha Prashnam in Mahabharata.